Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good evening and welcome to Fade to Black Cinema. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and I'm here with my co-host, Alicia.
Hello.
So tonight we are reviewing The Favorite. So we're on our Oscar run, as we normally do at the end of the year and the beginning of the year, right before the Oscars that's coming up in February. So, Alicia, we wanted to do The Favorite. Was this on your list that you really wanted to see, though?
No.
So, it was mine. So, I wanted to see it because it seemed comical in a way, and it was back in the days doing the British was at war with other European states. And when I said, well, maybe I'll look at it, then I found that the director, Yorgos Lanthimos, this is the one guy that the film that I really liked, The Killing of the Sacred Deer, which was weird. It was a very strange and really odd type of movie. But it was the way it was done was just so good. So I really wanted to see it. And the one I didn't see of his was The Lobster. Now it's on Netflix, so I'm going to get to see that. But he's the one who did this. And this was odd because it was, let me get the synopsis of it. It's 18th century England is at war with the French. A frail Queen Anne, done by Olivia Colman. She's the one who won. She's normally winning the awards, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She's winning the awards right now. I think she won not the SAG, but she won the Golden Globes. Occupies the throne, and her close friend, Lady Sarah, Rachel Weisz, which is being nominated as well, and governs the country in her stead while tending to Anne's ill health and her temper. When a new servant, Abigail, Emma Stone, which she's nominated as well, so they competing against each other.
Yep.
Arrives, her charm endures her to Sarah. Sarah takes Abigail under her wing, and Abigail sees a chance to return to her aristocratic ways and roots. So she has a political war that is time-consuming for Sarah. Abigail steps into the breach to fill it as the Queen's companion. This was longer than usual, but that's the only one I could find. But this is based on true events, maybe not as ridiculous as what we saw in the movie, but Queen Anne did have a childhood friend, and they grew in court, and then her cousin comes and they vie for the Queen's attention. So with that, and you started watching this, what was your thoughts on this, right?
I just thought it was kind of crazy.
Okay.
You know, because
in what way?
Because the Queen, it was like she didn't control anything.
No, because she was kind of.
She really was very depressed, and she wanted a lot of attention, and she wasn't getting it from men, so she had to get it from women.
Yeah, but we found later on why she was depressed. You know, because I was wondering why she had all of those rabbits. Do you know why she had all those rabbits?
Her children.
Yeah, so all her children died. So each time a child died,
she got to replace him with a rabbit.
Which I was like, wow, that's weird. But as the story went along, they had all of these little weird things that was going on. And the other girl, Emma Stone, she went there and she was very methodical of how she manipulated like the court people that advised the Queen. So she was trying to seduce them. Then on the other turn, she was manipulating her cousin, Rachel Weisz, to get closer to the Queen. So then the Queen will find out, well, you're just as good as my friend. And then they showed they had this gay affair with her and the Queen. But when she saw it, she was like, I can do just as good as her.
Yeah, she did.
So she entertained that as well. And the flamboyance of what they wore, the pageantry of everything was really interesting. That was the one thing which was funny too, is when Alicia and I went to London, that's what we thought we was going to run in and start seeing shit like that. But It was just a city.
Yeah, I know, but it was so interesting. Not getting away from the story, but exactly how the movie was when you walk into a lot of the places in London, it looked just like that on the inside.
Yeah,
It did not change in time.
Nope.
It was like okay.
Like the bars.
Yes.
And some of the
walls, the painting.
The paintings.
Yes.
Some of the structures.
Yes.
Were just I guess they were fixed. They wasn't redone. They just made sure. Just that's what the good thing that Europe does. Europe tries to keep what it used to be, just kind of tighten it up and fix. Because remember, even Big Ben was being
it was being repaired. Yeah, and then we passed by Buckingham Palace, and it was like, okay, it's like everybody's waiting for everybody to come out.
Yeah, and nobody was coming out, but the soldiers were changing,
which was so interesting because when you see it on TV, it seems like everybody is so far away,
but they was right up against the gate.
I know. Yeah. So okay, so that's just so
anyway. I wanted to put that in because that's what made me interested to see the movie again, because I'm like, this is the tradition of the English, and this director is just odd the way he sees things. So I love the twists and turns of how they were battling together, how Emma Stone was dealing with certain people, and the courtiers, or not the courtiers, the people of her court, she was seducing them. They was having duck races and shit. And they kept trying to get the queen to say, hey, look, we're at war with France. We need to do something. Yeah. And she was so depressed and was so disconnected from things that she was allowing Rachel Weisz to
run
do everything.
Yeah, to run
and they were pissed. They was like, no, we want to talk to the queen. No, the queen told me to come talk to her. Yeah. And the queen was jealous, and she was just on some other shit. You know what I mean? But I just found it very interesting, and I like the way he kind of did it. But then what bothered me was it went on too long.
Yeah, it did kind of dragged on too long.
It kind of dragged on.
Because I kind of got bored with it after.
Exactly. So it was interesting what it was leading to. Then it started getting boring, and I was kind of like, was he trying to add in more, or did he try to put in certain things to make sure people kind of related to it? I just didn't know. But it started getting boring on the back half. Like 2/3 in, it was like, you could have stopped it right then and there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would have stopped it right there, I would have been just fine.
Right.
But it dragged on a little more than I would like, though. But what about the performance by each of those?
Well, I enjoy Olivia's.
Olivia Colman?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was
made her
amazing.
Yeah, they made her look bigger than what she was. And she was just like this woman who threw a temper tantrum no matter what.
She was eccentric as hell.
Oh my goodness, right. She was so good from beginning to end. No, yeah. I mean, without a doubt.
There was no lull in there that, well, all of a sudden she's real intelligent. Right. No, that wasn't it either. Right. So that made it interesting. But what did you think about Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz?
I got tired of them.
Really?
Yeah, Lord of I got tired of them. I mean, at the end, I was really like, okay, are y'all gonna stop that damn bitching and fighting? Shit, there were two sisters. I seriously was like, so tired of them. Really?
Yeah. So it was kind of like, Abigail got what she wanted.
Yeah.
She was like, I just want to be an aristocrat again. And Rachel was like, I went through all of this bullshit, and you picked this other girl, and I've been taking care of you for years. And then when she got captured because she drugged her.
Yep.
And got drugged by a fucking horse. And then she went to a whorehouse, and then they finally got her. And so she messed her eye up, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
But she had a patch on her eye, and then and her husband died, but she didn't really care about her husband. She was like, go off to the war, honey. And, Abigail was like, Emma Stone was like, don't you really care? No, we have a relationship, and my relationship is fine. It's okay. That's his duty. So she was kind of like, get the fuck out of here. So that was kind of interesting. So it had a lot of good things in it. And I kind of have to agree with you. The bickering back and forth went a little too far. That's why I think it went too long, because the bickering got tiresome. You just got tired of them going back and forth. Where they could have cut that portion off.
Yeah, and then show how. I mean, at least show how it ended. You could. I mean, a lot of that could have been gone and said what happened to Emma Stone in the long end, and then what happened to Rachel Wise in the long end.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
and how the queen was left.
Yes, exactly.
The queen was left to what?
You know what I mean? Exactly. Take responsibility instead of being just a whining ass bitch.
Yeah. So that was weird, but I think overall, I understand why it was nominated. He did a good job, again, on the front end, but too long. I think the actresses all did a great job because all the starring characters were all women.
Yep.
They had supporting roles by men who really wasn't nobody anyway.
Not important.
They was just add-ins, just like they would actually do for women in other movies.
Right.
So I kind of like that dynamic that they flipped on them, but they played the hell out of the role. It didn't get boring because they were women. It got boring because the director dragged it along a little too far.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. But with them, I think the whole cast of the women and everything did really, really good. Really, really. I really enjoyed their skills and everything from that.
Yeah, the costumes was amazing.
Oh,
I love the costumes.
And remember when they were dancing?
The dance scene was kind of that. I thought that was
crazy.
I thought that was a Soul Train.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it did look like a Soul Train line, right?
Yeah, it sure did. Oh, that was funny.
So, but and I love the cinematography because it was vast. They went outside duck shooting or pheasant shooting, and it was really vast and big, and it was good. I really loved the cinematography of it too. The costumes was amazing, and the set design. That's the other thing.
Yeah, the set design was really nice.
Set design was really,
I really
cool.
liked that too. Yeah.
So, but if you had to rate it, what would it be?
A 7.
Oh. You're very generous.
Yeah, I'm being nice.
You're very generous. So, and I'm saying you was generous because I thought you would be lower than me because I said it was a 7 as well.
Okay.
Because I liked it, and I enjoyed the actors but I don't think I would see it again. Remember, I said anything over an 8, I would watch again. I'm not watching this again, but I think this was worthy to see, and I really like this director, so if he doesn't do a period piece, I like to see what he's doing next. So, the dude, Yorgos Lanthimos, but he's really good. But I said 7. I was surprised that you would be a lot lower than that, but no, I think that's a good score for a really good movie. I'll just say a good movie. I'm not going to say a great movie. I'll say it was a really good movie. Should it be nominated? I think based on the performance of the women, yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah, the women, yes.
Yeah, based on the performance of the women, based on the concept and all, it was very, very good. And it was written by a woman named Deborah Davis and Tony McNamara. So they allowed the lead writer to be a woman, which is really starting to catch on, that they realize that women can make and write movies just as good as any man with a perspective that should be respected. So, yeah, Deborah Davis, which was really cool. So, not bad. 2 7s on that one. So, Fade to Black Cinema every Wednesday. We're going to catch up and do probably doubles because we're getting toward the Oscar season and we want to do the reviews of almost all the movies before we choose our movies of the year like we did last year. So we want to do that. So we want to try to get those in. So you'll probably double up on a couple. So Bougie Black Brother Network on YouTube and bougieblackbrother.com, you'll get the Fade to Black Cinema with our reviews. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next Wednesday and possibly Tuesday. We'll double up because we also have some TV stuff that we want to drive in. But anything else, baby?
No, that's it.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on Fade to Black Cinema. Later.
Bye.